So, you know I'm not crazy.
Sure.
With that said, right after Brendan and I got engaged, we went on vacation to a Dominican treehouse village by way of a thoroughly vetted Groupon recommendation.
Only to find it's actually a treehouse.
Which would be fine, except for the bed full of dead bugs. That one's alive. Oh, the sights are incredible.
The beaches, the trees, the jungle, everything, just amazing.
Beauty everywhere, but
We were outside.
like the whole time.
The jungle is alive, babe. Worlds in every tree. Ecosystems by the plenty, distinct and pristine. The jungle is alive, Sophie. Noisy little creatures scurry. It's only when the jungle's silent that you need to worry.
Well, I'm still gonna worry, but I can pretend. Who needs sleep? I'll be fine in the end. With the love of my life and my very best friend. So, come what may portend. Let's watch me descend into a sleep-deprived acute psychosis, kicking myself as the one who chose this. Sleep-deprived acute psychosis, sitting wide awake in bug necrosis. And if I die to a bachata, eaten by the beasts of Dominicana.
What a couple days, here's to being engaged. I love you. Really, there was nothing to worry about.
Except carnivorous beasts.
What?
We sleep for an hour or two that night, wake up exhausted. I should mention that Brendan was getting over a cold that he caught back in Boston.
Which would be fine, except I snore like crazy when I'm sick.
It's gonna be fine, as long as these bugs aren't ticks.
Rum and Lyme disease?
Well.
Sorry.
Anyway, we are introduced to our fearless guide for the week and the founder of the village.
Bart Griffin from Boise, Idaho. Started the Dominican treehouse village after his ex-wife took the 5 kids and the family business. The main attraction, a zip line. And a young woman singing the worst 90s coffee house cover of Hotel California you ever heard.
Welcome to the Hotel
Stop it, shut up.
There was only one person in the whole town who didn't like Bart. Gary.
Gary wanted to build the zip line first, but Bart beat him to it.
And then the safari began. And though the nights are loud and scary, every day's a dream. Waterfalls and palms of plenty, gentle rushing streams.
The jungle is alive, Sophie, in the light of day, amazing. There's a music to it, listen.
Yes, but no one wants to hear a newly engaged couple talk about their vacation.
Yeah.
Back to the psychosis. By night 2, I was ready for the noises, I was ready for the bugs.
I snore like crazy when I'm sick. So much so that I snored myself into a place between conscious and unconscious.
I was having a terrifying dream about some shadowy figures stalking us from the beach.
I felt a tickling on the back of my neck, which caused me to sleep slap myself awake.
Which woke me out of my dream to see a wide-eyed Brendan staring at me.
She made a sound I have never heard a human being make. It was just a guttural scream of true terror.
Which apparently no one else at the campground could hear.
It's true. At Bart Griffin's Dominican treehouse village, no one can hear you scream.
The next morning, we try to laugh it off.
Every newly engaged couple wakes up to the face of their fiancé and screams.
Of course. During a sleep-deprived acute psychosis, everything is fine logically, I know this.
A sleep-deprived acute psychosis makes you paranoid if you hadn't noticed.
And if I die to merengue meter, eaten by a scourge of dengue skeeters.
What a couple days, at least we died engaged, I love you.
The days go
Beautiful.
by, the nights drag.
I wish that tiny frog that just chirped all night in the bathroom ceiling would just die.
By night 6, I cannot take the noise.
So I try to explain. The jungle is alive, babe. Worlds in every tree. Ecosystems by the plenty, distinct and pristine. The jungle is alive, Sophie, noisy little creatures scurry. It's only when the jungle's silent that you need to worry.
The jungle goes silent.
There's floodlights in the campground, Sophie.
The floodlights go out. In the distance, I hear the roar of a motorcycle. Brendan gets up and looks around, which means I'm not that crazy. When suddenly, it all starts to make sense. All this time, I've been worried about being poisoned by bugs or being eaten by a wild cat, when I should have been worried about the other people. What if Gary is trying to kill us? What if this whole treehouse village thing is just a facade? What if all those TripAdvisor reviews are fake? What if they spend all week getting you nice and comfortable and having a great time and everything's beautiful and you're having fun, and then on the last night they hire a motorcycle gang to kill everyone? What if no one has ever survived the treehouse village? Gary is alive! Brendan looking out for us! Killed and victims by the dozens, bathed in gorgeous blood! Gary's going to fucking kill us.
Dawn came. We were alive. Turns out the homicidal motorcycle gang was actually just a couple of girls from California coming back from the bar later than expected. The floodlights went out when the backup generator failed.
My dad is a psychiatrist. And he said that I was experiencing a distinct state of paranoia, brought on by a sleep-deprived acute psychosis, kinda late daddy with the diagnosis.
A sleep-deprived acute psychosis might reveal more after some hypnosis. Psychosis aguda falta de sueño. Glad to have someone I can complain to. What a couple days. Here's to being engaged. I love